And I'm going to depart from my presentation because I want to address you, Councilman Gennaro. If you spoke, I think it's fitting that I say this because I'm one of the last speakers, and I want to go back to what the first speaker said, and that we need a leader. What you've had here today is you've had many coalitions of environmental groups, and we're all working really hard. And we're working with each other. We're forming one big coalition across the state. We're trying to form coalitions across the states about this issue. And we need a leader. We need a political leader. And you have been a leader. You have filled this area, this building, and you have filled so many buildings, so many hearings with people with full capacity. You are a leader, no matter what you say. And it's not easy being a leader.
I thought I was in trouble for that. When she said she was going to talk to me, I thought I was in trouble. And maybe I still am, but...
Well, it isn't easy to be a leader, and there certainly is a lot of heartache in being a leader. But we need a leader. And you have shown yourself to be a leader. You're the natural leader. Momo is not the leader. He's not taking the lead. Somebody needs to form a coalition of politicians, like-minded politicians, and then we will follow you. And then we work with the people, the public. We are grassroots. We're working with the public. We're trying to wake them up.
Hi, my name is Robert Dresty. I'm a Democratic Party committeeman, and I'm speaking for Ann Basson, who works with Frack Action and New York H2O. She asked me to come up, and it's funny that I'm speaking after this lady because she also mentioned that you are a leader, and she said that you know, when you say it's insane what they're planning, and you know, she feels looking at you like she's seeing herself gnashing her teeth and pulling her hair. She really feels the kindred spirit who recognizes the horrors of this process. So she does recognize you as the chair of the Committee for Environmental Protection, and she recognizes that you have the power to introduce a resolution to call for a ban in New York State. And I asked her, well, isn't he just in the city council? And she said, well, yes, but the city council votes on Mugabe and votes on the Iraq War and passes all these resolutions. So here's an opportunity at the end of all this moving testimony that I know reaches you very deeply in your heart to take an action, as we have for a few years now, to step forward and introduce a resolution to call for a ban in New York State, across the state, which is currently undergoing regulatory review, and it's not untoward or outside of your jurisdiction to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You, madam, will have the last word.
Thought I was going to be first in this panel. Little did I know. Hi, I'm Bonnie Lowenstein, and I'm a longtime Brooklyn resident. I'm absolutely opposed to hydraulic fracking. It is up to the people who live in this watershed to demand that our state and federal governments prevent this drilling technology from devastating our region, as it has large areas of 34 states. This industry's motto is profit, foreign sales, and the public be damned. So I applaud the Environmental Protection Committee's efforts, and your efforts, sir, to keep this evil scenario from playing out in our region. As a key New York Times article revealed on Sunday, since 2005, when Mr. Cheney ensured that Halliburton's hydrofracking technology gained exemption from all of our landmark environmental laws, the gas wells have metastasized into the hundreds of thousands. The federal and state governments have handed the industry the freedom to reap the public interest. The would-be regulators and their pals in the industry assault this nation's real economic, environmental, and public health interests. Stop.
Thank you. Before we close, I just have some comments for this panel. You know, it is the people that write the rule book. I mean, they're the people that that you should hold to account. I mean, I don't want a gas company that looking after my well-being. But I want my government holding my gas company to that account. But people seem to believe that, like the gas companies, that if we talk to them enough, that they're just going to do things differently. It's just not going to happen. We're in this situation now, and I'll close. I don't want to keep anything long that we have to. Anytime you have something that is not federally regulated at all, gives this corporation or any corporation the ability to go state by state and whipsaw one state versus the other and say, look, we got this technology, there's a lot of jobs, a lot of money on the table, and if you don't play ball, then like the guys across the river are going to get all the jobs and all and all the revenue and all that. And if you don't, let us play ball, then whipsaw like one state versus the other. And that's the reason, why we created national environmental laws, national standards that states, even if they want to, can't go below those standards. And when you don't have that, you get into the situation where the states are almost in a race as to who's going to be more permissive of what happens. And good things, good things just don't come from that. And so if you wanted to be the fracker, who was the good guy fracker, had all the best control technologies, and all the best kinds of ways of dealing with the produced water, and the best one with this, and the best one where they got their water from, and you were going to be the one that was like the cleanest, most environmentally friendly fracker, like you'd be out of business because everyone is doing it on the cheap, because the people making the rules on the field are, catering to sort of like the lowest common denominator of like rip and run. And so if you wanted to be a good guy fracker, like you really can't be. And, so it's almost like the problem is not so much the frackers who their job to get up in the morning and figure out how they can turn holes in the ground into dollars. That's their job. That's what they do. And so, but they should do that, by the same rules that every other energy technology has to live by. And they don't. They don't have that now. And like the Gulf of Mexico, they made a big mess. They're writing checks $20 billion, $30 billion, and there are consequences to what they do, because of federal regulation. But the frackers don't have that. So we really have to focus less on the gas companies and more on the people in your government that you elect that make the rules for those people. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And very grateful to everyone.
Councilmember, does that mean that you're going to think about introducing this resolution?
It's my job. Well, it's and the way hearings work is that I ask the questions. You know what I mean? So that's just but I made the statement that I made, and we are going to I'm going to try to chart a course of action with my colleagues, with staff, with the speaker, that gets us to the best possible result. And as you saw today, I'm not going for the jugular. I'm going for the jugular. I mean, I called the governor out. You know what I mean? That's not something someone in the state should do lightly. But I'm getting a little frustrated. Okay, so now I'm saying that no. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You want to see me afterwards? It's fine. But I can't even this delay me. I have to sort of hold on a little bit. And so anyone wants to talk to me afterwards, happy to do that. Let me end where I began, where I really I'm not doing it. I really thank folks for being here.
I submitted my name to speak.
Oh, okay. You submitted your name to speak. Staff gave me every single slip, and I didn't see your name anywhere. But if you want to come forward and make a 2-minute statement, happy to have that. I'm sorry.
Yesterday, Washington's publication, The Hill, published on its website an extensive letter by Congressman Markey of Massachusetts and several of the other high-ranking House members. It was a letter to the Secretary of Interior, and it requested a thorough health analysis of the impacts of fracking on publicly owned land.